I've always been a fan of Rumi, so you'll hear some quotations from him, and then um, cute little 8 rules of life that you might want to incorporate in your own. The soul usually knows what to do to heal itself. The challenge is to silence the mind. And this is from Carolyn Mace. Your task is not to seek for love, but merely to seek and find all the barriers within yourself that you have built against it. Rumi. The quieter you become, the more you can actually hear. Ram Dass. You have within you more love than you could possibly ever understand. Rumi. When you do things from your soul, you feel a river moving within you, a joy. Rumi. The wound is the place where the light enters you. Rumi. In the attitude of silence, the soul finds the path in a clearer light, and what is elusive and deceptive resolves itself into crystal clearness. Mahatma Gandhi. Don't be satisfied with stories, how things have gone with others. Unfold your own. Rumi. Let yourself be silently drawn by the strange pull of what you really love, your passion. It will never lead you astray. Rumi. And we have our 8 little tips. Number 1, let it go. Never ruin a good day by thinking about a bad yesterday. Ignore them. What other people think of you is actually none of your business. Give it time, because time heals everything. Stay calm. It's okay not to have everything figured out right away, but just know that in time, you will get where you need to be. Don't compare yourself to others. The only person you should try to be better than is the person that you were yesterday. It's really on you. Only you are in charge of your own happiness. Smile. You do not own all the problems of the world. And last, God is still writing your story. So please stop trying to steal the pen. And I thank you.
So I just want to start off, right off, to say, I love you. I love each and every one of you. And I know sometimes that expression of love can make some people feel uncomfortable, and some of you may have even squirmed in your chair a little. But I'm not hitting on you, and I'm not asking you for an intimate relationship. I know I don't know you well enough for that, but I merely want you to accept that you are worthy of love. We all are. Our mere existence is proof of that. It's proof of the unconditional love of our Creator. So many times when our wonderful mediums are giving demonstrations up here, or even when I'm doing a private reading myself, Spirit comes through owning that they weren't able to express their love to a child, a spouse, or family member. They couldn't say it. They couldn't show it. And at the time, they didn't even apologize for it. But time and time again, the remorse is one of the first things that comes through in a reading. No regrets today. So I want to express my gratitude and appreciation for all of you with a simple I love you. When I was a little girl, I remember saying that to someone, which promoted a very serious conversation with my mother. And she told me that I love yous are for someone special. I can't think of anyone more special than all of you. And I understand with her traumas and her life experiences that she didn't see it in the eyes of an innocent little girl who just wanted a connection to everyone around her. But even as a little girl, I fully understood that it was my purpose in life to love. I know my mother was talking about a more intimate kind of love. What I was offering was unconditional love, the kind of love that should never be saved or rationed, but rather spread and often. Just love everyone and trust that God will sort it all out in the end. For who am I to decide someone is worthy or not worthy? Who am I to judge another person? I am nowhere near perfection, nor do I have the power to control how others behave. And if I don't have that power, then I am no one really. No more less special than anyone else here in this room, or no more special. I am someone and no one at the same time. And how humbling is that? And isn't love really the sole purpose of our existence? It's one of the only things we do get to take with us when we pass. Surely if our bank accounts were more or even equally important, then there would be a way to transfer those funds to our spirit accounts. But there isn't. So doesn't that speak volumes about the importance we put on our stuff? Don't get me wrong, I'm not quite ready to give up my car, my home, or anything that I enjoy, but I am constantly reevaluating what I invest in. Since all the material things stay behind and only love, compassion, and the essence of who we are transfers to the spirit world, so isn't that where I should be investing most of my energy? Where we all should be investing most of our energy. All of you, I hope, have experienced all kinds of love throughout your lives. Hopefully love that was decent and pure. Sadly and often tragically, many have had experience under the guise of love, under someone's convoluted idea of what love is, what their own unstable minds believe it to be. Often that's because they themselves have suffered at the hands of abuse. We have a sense of what love should look like, but how we perceive it and the ability to express it is almost as unique as our fingerprints. Not everyone will love you the way you need to be loved. That's up to you to do for yourself. And if you have been abused, disappointed, or broken by love, then it's even harder for you to see yourself as lovable or to give love back. You become guarded. And in order to protect ourselves, we put up barriers to keep the pain out. We learn not to trust, and we become cynical and judgmental, and we shut down the divine unconditional love within us. Don't do that. Don't deprive yourself in that way. We just become hardened if we do, and we miss out on so much. A good example of that is when we hear about criminals, murderers, drunk drivers, school shooters. We send healing and love to the victims and their families, but often hesitate to even send love and often refuse to send love or healing to the criminal or to their families. That's where we draw the line, where our tolerance ends and the conditions kick in. In our minds, they do not deserve our grand gesture of love and healing. They deserve to be despised. It's easy to love and feel compassion for someone who is lovable. It's the sick mind that we struggle with, the person who is filled with such despair or hate that they become a monster. And who can love a monster? Often we blame the parents. His father beat him, his mother neglected him. But that's not always true. Maybe his parents were the kindest, most loving people who, in spite of their tireless efforts, just didn't know how to stop their child from being bullied. Growing up, feeling isolated and alone, they just want the pain to stop. And people do desperate things when they have no hope. Maybe in some way it's just easier for us to hate this person because we don't want to take responsibility for them. We live in a world of indifference and intolerance, a world of hate and fear, one filled with bullies of all ages, which is why it's so important to want to love and to heal everyone, or else nothing ever changes, and it's up to us to make those changes. I read a story not too long ago about a woman named Mary Johnson. In 1993, her son, 20 years old at the time, named Larian, an only child, went to a party and a fight ensued. Larian was shot to death by a 16-year-old boy named O'Shea Israel. Mary was beside herself with grief, as we could all imagine the pain of losing a child, and especially in such a violent way. She wanted justice. She wanted this criminal caged for the rest of his life. And what mother wouldn't? I think I would want to tear that person from limb to limb. Seriously, I'm the one who catches them in my house because I couldn't even hurt a fly. Catch them and release them. But yet, if somebody hurt my child, I think there would be another side of me that would come out. So I understand her anger and her cry for justice. After 12 years of suffering with her grief and carrying her pain, she felt compelled to visit O'Shea, who was serving a 25-year prison sentence. When they met, she simply said to him, "We don't know each other, so let's start from there." Over the next 5 years, not only did she get to know him and to find a way to forgive him, but she became a second mother to him, and even helped him find a place to live when he got out of prison after serving just 17 years. And that apartment was actually right next to her own. Rather than perpetuate the hate and the grief, she gave herself the gift of forgiveness and healing, and she gave this man a chance to live up to a higher expectation of himself. He worked, went to college, and even became a motivational speaker. And a part of, together they formed an organization called From Death to Life, which is an organization that helps people in similar situations. I had to ask myself, would I be able to forgive such a horrific act? And I thought, as hard as it would be, you would just have to find a way. Otherwise, it would totally destroy you. And that rippling effect would destroy everything and everyone you loved. I pray none of us will ever have to know. But that brings me back to forgiving and offering love and healing unconditionally. If I truly believe in the power of prayer and healing, and if I don't offer it, then am I not in some way contributing to it, or at the very least impeding my own growth as a spiritual being? As a Reiki master and teacher, I know that I myself am not the healer, but merely a vessel or a conduit. The healing comes from a divine power. So if I refuse someone, am I not in essence telling God that rather than be an unconditional vessel of his love, that I get to choose who is worthy, that I get to judge? You don't have to condone them or even try to understand them. Often it's just incomprehensible. You just have to want a better existence for them, a prayer for peace within them, and for them to reconnect to God's love, so that there could be peace for the rest of us as well. So that we don't have to live in fear of bad things happening over and over again. And I think Mary understood that. And isn't that just about, it's not just about criminals or bad people. It's about people we meet in our everyday lives. Those impatient, grumpy people on the line, that nosy, gossipy person at work, the animated, angry person in traffic, people that we just clash with or feel are toxic. The list goes on and on. But those are the ones that need your love and healing the most. You may agree or disagree, and that's okay. I know it's not easy, but I hope I've encouraged you to at least try to love someone you may have otherwise thought to be unlovable, and extend that part of your own divine essence out to the world. And just remember my little quip. Some people are funny, some people are smart, most people are lucky, I see with my heart. Thank you for listening.